Today's topic is about science of dreams. It is such a fascinating topic, and so many of you have been asking for this topic from me. And I just want to tell you this that, all of us dream, whether you remember them or don't. So, most of the dreams are 5 to 20 minutes duration. And you can have one dream or you can have multiple dreams and cycles of dreams per night. So many of us dream very vividly. So many of us do not. So many of us dream lucid, or we have some lucid dreams, we have colorful dreams, we have black and white dreams, and there's so much happening in the dreams that it's such a fascinating topic, and we wonder that is this the dreams that is something that's trying to tell me. And the research has been done on dreams so much, right from Sigmund Freud to right now the neuroscientists doing so much research on the dreams, and it's still a topic which is so fascinating, and still the research is going on. So whatever I have understood from this topic, I'm going to share my insights with you from the last many years of work that I've done with people, what exactly dreams are trying to communicate with us. Now, understand that our whole brain is active during the dreams, from the brainstem to the cortex. Most dreams occur during the REM sleep, like, rapid eye movement sleep. And this part of the sleep is controlled by your reticular activation system, which starts from the circuits of the reticular activation system starts from your brainstem and all the way to the thalamus to the cortex. And the limbic system in the midbrain deals with the emotions that we go through when we are awake or when we are sleeping or dreaming, and it includes your amygdala. Now, which is these this amygdala is mostly associated with fear, and it's especially active during your dreams. So what is happening there when you're dreaming? Are they really telling you something, or is just the way of your brain processing some information, some memories? So let's understand this in point of view from the biology or from the brain perspective, and also understand from the psychological perspective, so to understand the deeper insights of what maybe your dreams are telling you. Your cortex in the brain is responsible for the content of the dreams, including the monsters we run away from, the people we meet, the experience of flying, or the nightmares that you have. Since we are already highly visual, our visual cortex comes in the play at the back of our brain, which is there, and it's very active during the dreams. But there are other parts also of the cortex which are active. The least active part in your brain when you're dreaming is your frontal lobe. Now, you see, a frontal lobe is all about critical thinking, it's all about rationalizing, it's all about logic, and that is not active when dreaming. So, most often you have variety of dreams when you have, there are crazy things going on in your dreams, and you wonder what all am I thinking in my brain, right? So let's understand some modern theories of dreams. And the modern theories talk about uh, the belief that perhaps dreaming doesn't actually mean anything. It talks about dreams are bits and pieces of different memories that are stored in your brain, and they are like trying to get together and see if that is making any sort of sense. These memories are often the ones that are at the forefront of our minds, and they are the things that we think about frequently. However, the others insist that dreaming has a deeper and more complex function. The first function of the dreams could be memory consolidation. Whatever we go through the day, 24 hours, your brain in the night, when your logical brain is sleeping, your conscious mind is sleeping, your subconscious mind starts processing what's happening in those entire 24 hours. Your sleep in general plays a big role in memory consolidation, and there's a reason when you sleep, your dreams are working towards that. At the same time, when you lack proper sleep, what happens is it worsens your memory and your recall ability. It lower downs your focus because the serotonin in the body or brain is going down if you sleep poor. Now, the REM sleep, the rapid eye movement sleep, and dreaming could be a place where your brain gets rid of most of the memories that you don't really need, or that could be harmful for you, in order to make space for the more useful information. So brain memory consolidation is one part. The second could be evolutionary purpose. Some insist that since dreaming occurs in other mammals as well. You see, if you see a dog, most of dogs are either barking or they're running, they're doing something. They are also dreaming. If you have a pet, like I have a pet, and I know my dogs keeps doing this running action, and other mammals also have the dreaming happens in them. Now that could be a evolutionary purpose, where it may allow us to stimulate threatening situations and be better prepared to deal with them. So you're actually imagining certain situations in your life, and the worst case scenarios, probably depending on the situation that you are in or environment that you live in, probably your brain is preparing you to either fight or run away from those situations in the altered states when you are sleeping. There could be third reason of dreaming that the modern science says it's emotional processing. The emerging theory of why we dream has to do with processing your emotions, as amygdala is coming in the picture. When you're dreaming, the midbrain is processing the emotions, and some parts of your brain are responsible for dreaming correspond with the parts of that process visual memories and emotions too. So there could be a correlation between the emotional processing and the dreaming. Now, that's the reason maybe you have certain nightmares, or you may have some reactivity to anger or fear that's coming up in the dreams. Now, psychologically, this I spoke about the modern view of the dreaming, but psychological point of view of the dreaming is there are three stages of dreams. And from the psychological point of view, the first stage, like if you take your sleep like a 6 hour sleep, just to kind of divide it into equal three parts. So if you have 6 hours of sleep, the first 2 hours of your sleep is your visual thinking stage. It's a sorting and organizing stage. It's basically processing what's happening in your space. So this occurs approximately 90 minutes after you fall off to sleep. Your subconscious looks at what you experienced during the 24 hours, and from there it starts processing the reality versus the future or the past that you're going through. Whatever is stored in your subconscious mind, because it remembers every little nuance of your body and goes through all the data that's there, and it starts processing and starts looking at, is this a relevant information for me right now? It's not about good or bad, and that's the reason most people, even if they take a new information, they learn new things, they process it, and the information is thrown out of the system because your subconscious mind rejects that information. It could be a great information, and most people think that they set the goals and they are working on those goals, they are doing the affirmations, but most of times, do you know that the affirmations don't even register in your subconscious mind? Because if you see, if your reality is you're struggling with money, and if you're writing an affirmation, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich, what's going to happen is the moment that thought goes into the processing stage, the wishful thinking stage, your subconscious mind is going to look at that thought and think, hey, you know what? The reality doesn't match. Let me look at the past. Were you rich in the past? Looking at the past, if you were not rich in the past, you are still struggling with the money for the longest period of your time, it doesn't have any data from your ancestors as well, most likely your subconscious mind is going to reject that data that you're getting new one. It's a new information for you, right? That's the reason most people's affirmations, they don't work, because what happens is it's kind of like just processing and rejecting the data. If you're an adrenaline addict, it will put your all experiences with aggravation in the feel good file. So there is a complex phenomena going on during the processing of your dreams. Now, the second stage, like this part two, second part of the dreaming or the sleep cycle is the precognitive state, or you can call it as, what is possible. It's predicting different possibilities from the data it has got now. Sometimes your intuition comes in a play when it is in the predictive stage. A lot of time that middle part of your sleep is sometimes your brain processing all the information that you have from the past and from the present, and the goals that you have for the future, the life that you want to lead in the future. It's processing and telling you possibilities and solutions. So a lot of times those who are aware of that state, you start getting a lot of information that can really help you to bring your envisioned future in reality. It predicts what's going to happen. It can predict up to 15 days, it can predict up to 6 months, it depending on every person's connection with their own subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is directly connected to your past, and also it's connected to what's going to happen in the future. Of course, the possibilities, not like the defined destiny kind of a thing. Okay, it's a very powerful tool if you learn to identify and interpret what is happening and use it to guide your life. And the third stage is venting stage. A classic myth is people think that was, when you wake up in the morning, that's the dream that's going to come true. Not at all. It's a venting stage. It releases and let go of whatever is not serving you. You experience this stage approximately 2 hours before awakening. It's the most misinterpreted stages of all three, as I said. And your higher self, with its infinite wisdom, helps you to release and let go and eliminate issues that are toxic for your well being. Unfortunately, these are the dreams that are remembered and they are taken to be seriously and literally by people, and they go around in their life thinking, oh my God, this is going to happen in my life. Now, see, if you have a venting dream just before waking up and that you took a gun and you shot someone, say your husband or your wife or a friend or whoever is close to you, you wake up and you get into the panic. Oh my God, is this what I'm going to do? What do I mean by that? Now, it's just a venting dream, which is symbolic. This is your subconscious mind telling you to put an issue to rest, get rid of it, finish it off, resolve that topic. But in this case, if this dream, in another case, if this dream occurred in the middle of your sleep, it's cautioning you based on the data that you could create chaos in your life. It's not saying that it is you're going to go kill somebody, but it's actually telling you that it's going to create that situation in your life where you are not going to be happy. And if you don't pay attention to your emotions, you will get conflicted in your decisions, and eventually you will not be able to create the life that you want. So dreams are just the interpretations, and the research is still going on. There's no concrete base on this, but I can tell you one thing for sure. It's such a fascinating topic. From the ancient India to the modern world, everybody is trying to think, what does a dream see? Let me know, what does your dream tell you?